All right, let's get on to the hottest of takes on my personal favorite segment where Ian gets to talk because it's not football all the time.
Okay.
And basically, to explain the hottest of takes real quick, we just all bring our hot take or our opinion that is probably not correct or accurate in any capacity, but we do it anyways because we like debating and talking. So, yeah, let's get into it. Ian, I'm going to let you start, man. I'm going to let you start.
Okay. So I think that the New York Mets will be able to make a World Series appearance within the next 4 years.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah.
I was getting scared
Okay.
that you weren't going to say 4 years there. I was getting scared that you were going to say 4 years.
Well,
Next year.
no. But Steve Cohen recently uh, bought the New York Mets, and he came in his first press conference with them, and he said, "I'm not going to like." He's going to play for the fans as the owner of the Mets. He's not going to be like the Wilpons where they're penny pinchers and they try to act like they're like a small market team or something. Like they try to work on
Small market team.
small market team when they're in New York, and they try to like they want to be like the Pirates where they try to spend as the least amount of money possible on their players. I think that Steve Wilpon, he will be able to put enough money in the team, get them good players. Theo Epstein just left the Chicago Cubs. Theo Epstein, president of baseball operations, legendary president of baseball operations for getting the Cubs a World Series after
He did the impossible.
108 years.
a ridiculous drought. I think they could go after him. I mean, and they still have an open GM spot.
Oh,
I mean,
whoa.
I think
Sorry to interrupt, but I just came across this. Robinson Cano just got suspended for the 2021 MLB
I did
season.
see
Opt
that.
for
yeah, for the whole season.
PEDs.
It's crazy what the well-balanced breakfast will do to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marcus, Diz, any updates on the draft?
James Wiseman just got the second pick for the Warriors.
Real okay, that doesn't surprise me. The Warriors, the drafting a center, it'll be interesting to see how he pans out.
And
I
as I was
with
saying,
that
wait,
with with those two picks being done, the Hornets are gonna get LaMelo. It's already.
Oh, that's right,
Jordan.
because LeBron or Jordan said that they would take LaMelo. Sorry, not LeBron. LeBron doesn't have that much power.
so
So
as I was saying with the Mets, I mean, also JT Realmuto he's a free agent now, and catching is one of the Mets' biggest problems. I think that
Yeah.
they could definitely go after him. They have the money too. I mean, they're the New York Mets. Come on. They tried to go after him when he was a free agent before he signed with the Phillies, but they didn't want to give him enough money. So I think that with Steve Wilpon willing to spend money on this franchise, they're going to be able to do something big.
Very true. I agree with that hot take a lot. Because I mean, I don't see any problem. I mean, they've already got a solid team to build around. They've got pieces. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you got guys like Pete Alonso who can crank. You know what I'm saying? Just,
Yeah.
just
Like they have-
drill those baseballs into the stands on a regular
They have
basis.
like Jacob DeGrom,
Mm-hmm.
one of the best pitchers in baseball. Period. Marcus
Period.
Stroman, still a Mets.
Arguably one of the best pitchers of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, if you win a Cy Young with a losing season, that shows how good you are,
Yeah.
and how much your team is failing you.
And Noah Syndergaard, I think that they could try to make a play to bring him back. I mean, I know that he might be a free agent. They could try to offer him an option. I think that they could try to get him back this year. Trevor Bauer he's a free agent, and if they
Get
don't
Bauer.
go after if they don't go
That's gonna
after
be a
Noah
crazy pitching
Syndergaard,
board.
if they don't go after Noah Syndergaard, they don't bring him back. They still have Trevor Bauer. They still have him as an option. I think they have a lot of options these next few years. And plus, Francisco Lindor, he's in a bunch of trade talks. The Indians are willing to trade Francisco Lindor. So I mean, like, they have so many things that they could do right now
Right.
to make them.
Options.
They have so many options right now that could
I
set them
believe
up for the future.
the Mets definitely have a path. I don't know how well they're going to be able to follow that path, and if they're going to be able to go down that road and be able to achieve that. But
It
they
is the
definitely
Mets.
have a path. It is not out the question.
You never
One
know
of the
what the
things
Mets
that
are gonna
worries
do.
me a little bit, not too much, because this season was a certain season, but Pete Alonso, his numbers went down a bit. Again, it was a short season. There's a lot of stuff that you can see. His home runs were good, were 16, but his average went down, which scares me a bit. It went down from 260, which is above league average, by technically 1%, just by 10 average. It went down to a 231 this season, which again, shortened season, numbers get skewed. I understand, but it does scare me a little bit because him being a home run guy, teams and the way the league has started to move, where you really need to be getting on base. It's something that we've seen. On base and home runs are the combination. You need to be hit big, but you also need to get on base. That
Which
number going
is-
down scares me a little bit.
It's a lot
Obviously,
to
average
ask.
isn't that favorite number. It's a lot of ass, but it's what's got to be done.
Right.
Worries me a bit that pitchers are starting to find his number, starting to figure him out. Be interesting to see what he does this offseason.
Very true. All right, let's talk to
And
Tony, who's now
LaMelo
brooding.
Ball just went through the Hornets.
That is
Brooding.
Yeah, you're brooding over there in your hoodie.
Tony. But it's
Oh,
Tony.
yeah,
That's
it's
how you know it's
it's
about to be
getting kind
hot.
of cold. So
Ice
I'm,
cold.
I don't. So I don't wanna drag this on because I don't want you guys to have like a 2-hour file to
Odd.
upload or anything like that. So
It's cool,
What's the
man.
so
take?
you guys don't need to respond. Just think about it.
Okay.
But if you talk to me about football, I've said this for years. Cam Newton draft bust.
Okay, no, we're talking about this because now I want to talk about it.
Wow.
Cam Newton is a bust. If you remove his MVP season, and I know me and Tony have
And his
talked
rookie-
about this,
His MVP and
his rookie
season.
year, you get rid of his rookie year and his MVP, he looks like Jameis Winston. he's
And
Jameis Winston.
this year with who you would think is the best head coach ever,
Possible, right?
or possibly best head coach ever, and you are playing this terribly.
Yeah.
It does not help your case,
Nope.
and
Especially when you
it
are
helps
healthy.
mine. Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't
Especially
have the
when you are
injury
healthy.
excuse anymore that he's used the last couple of years. Like, oh, my shoulder hurts. And you can't do that. Sorry, Cam. Sorry, Super Cam. You're not so
I
super
think-
anymore.
I think more than any skill wise, for him the problem has been all in his head. Because I feel that once you have that kind of season and put up those kind of numbers, you've demonstrated that you have the physical talents to be an MVP quarterback.
Definitely.
So what's changed? That Super Bowl.
Von
His
Miller.
head.
Von Miller still gives him
I don't think
nightmares to this day.
it's not necessarily that Von Miller specifically, but just that whole fiasco, losing that big of a game, having that big of a
man.
moment, quote unquote stepping out, folding and not diving after the ball.
Quote
on
unquote.
that play.
It
Quote
was
unquote.
not
Oh,
quote
whoa,
unquote.
that-
He
that was-
watched that bad boy.
Yeah,
So
he
I say
walked-
quote
he
unquote. I
walked
say
away
quote
from it.
unquote. I say quote unquote because we've watched that play too many times in replay. Watched that full speed. Yeah, he's definitely walking away from it, but making a decision that fast isn't as easy as it seems. That's all I gotta say.
That's
He should have
fair.
dove. Don't
That's
get me
your
wrong.
job.
He should have dove on it, but he should have dove for that ball. But
No,
it's
as
also
a-
not out of the question that someone who is MVP caliber would have not dove for that ball and still
As
cared
a
about the game.
as a former quarterback, if you lose the ball off of a snap or if you fumble it from your hands, you have your one responsibility, and that is
And
to
it's
get the ball
on there.
back.
I know. Don't get
So-
me wrong. I'm not saying he was in the right and not doing that. I'm just saying that alone doesn't determine being like, oh, he doesn't care. But I feel
No.
him seeing that and seeing
it's funny
himself
to make
fold
fun
in
of.
that way. Fair enough, but him seeing himself fold in that way and just not him realizing, like, damn, I just did that. I just messed up in this big stage. I don't think he's been able to figure out how to cope with that and manage that.
Definitely. And the injuries. I think injuries we've definitely seen can take a toll. Luke Kuechly retiring because of concussions. Andrew Luck retiring
Yeah.
because of Ryan Grigson.
Terrible
Sorry,
offense.
Marcus. As Marcus slowly disappears.
Just dies.
It's okay. We all died. That's a story for another day, though. Me and
I have
yeah,
I have I have one little thing that has absolutely this much to do with the sport. The Holiday song by Lil Nas. I don't know if any of you heard it yet.
Oh
I
my
haven't
God.
heard it.
Absolute,
I haven't heard it.
absolute banger. Absolute bop.
Wait,
Been on
really?
repeat.
Really?
Been on repeat since the day it came out. Been on repeat.
You listening to it right now, Tony?
I'm about to as soon as we get done with this.
Tony's got his
Don't play-
priorities set straight.
Don't play it out loud. We're not trying to get copyright
Nah,
claims.
No, because
Yeah, no
I sent it.
copyright
I
claim,
sent
no
it. I
copyright
sent it to
claim.
Marcus. I sent it to Marcus, and I haven't sent it to you guys yet. I don't know if you heard it or not.
I haven't
sent
listened to
Marcus.
it yet.
I haven't heard it yet. Haven't heard it yet.
All right,
But
I'll
yeah.
send it to you guys.
All right, but yeah, I think general consensus, Tony, that's not hot, bro. I know you have hotter takes than that, Tony. But I
I
mean,
just don't know. No,
Do
like
better.
I know it has. I between you and me and probably Augustino, it's not that hot of a take. I just didn't know how Marcus and even Ian, because Cam Newton's a big name. I figured that it would help incorporate everybody to the hot take conversation. So I figured.
Hey, this makes sense.
Marcus, I want to know your thoughts.
On Cam Newton.
Yeah, Cam Newton and Super Cam.
I just feel bad. I'm just a feel bad kind
Pity
of person.
him.
You know, he's just he got banged up, but also that Super Bowl, yes, he was getting.
Boo hoo.
I remember that from last year, but
At
Yeah,
least
I
he has
think-
money for it.
I think I agree. If he needed to have a come out season, it really should have been this season. And the fact that you're continuing to see his struggles,
This
and
is
not
definitely his
only
prove it
but he-
season.
yeah, he's also having the same struggles, but now he's less athletic, and old. So
Yeah, his body clearly is not. He doesn't got that pep in his step anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like he
I think I
he's
think
been
I saw
banged
this
around.
one video. I think I saw this one video of a play he did where he was kind of running around the pocket, and the caption said, all the Cam Newton fans are crying right now. So yeah,
Time for
rough.
the Jared Stidham dynasty. That's what it's time for.
Nah, man, Brian Hoyer. I don't know what you're talking about. It's all about Brian Hoyer. Hey, man, we're playing at Cam. For
think I've
all we
seen
know,
enough
Cam
of
Newton
Hoyer.
is in on Belichick's scheme, and Belichick's trying to get one of the top quarterbacks. Like he's trying to get like Ian Book or something.
Nah,
out
he's
of
trying to
this
get a
draft.
top. He's trying to get a top running back.
I think
Stop.
Rex Burkhead is
Since
fine.
Cam Newton's the quarterback, he's trying to get a
No.
top running back
Oh,
or a
oh,
top
I
or a
see
top
what
wide
you're
receiver.
They
I
got
thought you were
James
talking-
White and Burkhead. They're fine.
They're making a play for a different position instead of the quarterback position. That's why they're tanking.
They would re-sign Randy Moss out of retirement before they drafted a running back.
Now
in
I
the
will
first
say,
round.
I think the best throw I've seen out of any quarterback this entire season is by that high school quarterback that's a receiver for the Patriots. Best throw I've seen all season. I don't know. I forget his name.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I thought you were gonna talk about. What did I think you were gonna talk about? Oh, Spencer Rattler and his
Oh,
who's very good at football, but he's not coming out of the draft just yet. Patrick Mahomes, but skinnier. Marcus. What's your thoughts, man? What's your take? Give me that. I want that spice.
with the spice, the Colts win the Super Bowl this year.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Wow.
We're in
Wow.
spicy territory now.
This time. Wow, you're saying these people have a little bit of weak takes. All right, you know what? Colts win the Super Bowl. Look. A lot of people are talking about their Super Bowl sleepers, right? You have the Raiders, and you have the Dolphins.
Raiders are
and they're
not a
good
Super
teams.
Bowl sleep. I have to
Well,
put that
Their
out.
offenses.
I'm saying so people think that. I'm not saying personally me, but
No, I know. I'm just
But, I
putting
mean-
that out there. No.
they have them on Super Bowl sleepers, but I mean, I don't see them having the top defense in the NFL, possibly. Debatably, probably 100%.
Consistency on offense. That's
Consist-
probably
cons-
why.
But at the same time, you're seeing improvement from there. You're seeing Michael Pittman, he's coming out as a star. You're seeing as Hines, he's really showing up, and he's always showed up, but you're seeing him, really become like almost a superstar. You're seeing
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah.
then you're seeing
Coming
you're
for
seeing-
Justin
you're seeing-
Jefferson, baby. Coming for Jefferson.
and you're seeing and you're seeing the effort from Rivers, and which he's trying to limit those interceptions, especially if he
Definitely.
limited those turnovers. Man,
Much
we were
better
he's,
decisions.
he said it.
Oh
He
my
said it
goodness.
himself. We could really be undefeated right now, but
Very
it was
true.
because we turned over the ball. He wasn't making smart decisions, and overall it was the offense. But if we pick this up, I mean, I was going to say we make the Super Bowl, but I wanted to make it harder.
He's going all
I,
in,
want,
bro.
I wanted to make it harder.
Philip
So
wants to win a ring
I,
for his 9 kids. Okay, he
yeah,
wants it
and I
this year.
and I
Kind
and
of needs to. Kind of needs to.
Mhm.
and I think if it doesn't happen this year, I could really see it happening next year with the way that
That's
our
assuming we
players.
bring him back though.
I agree, but also just our young players all around are just constantly improving,
I was about to say,
and
the
Stud.
development of the Colts has been
Studs.
crazy.
whole bunch of
Yeah,
studs,
definitely.
whole bunch of
My
studs. Like
my biggest problem with that take, my biggest stumping points are going to be the Chiefs.
I knew you
Don't
were
bring
gonna say
don't
that.
bring the Steelers into this. Don't bring the Steelers.
I'm not bringing the
into this.
Steelers in this. Calm down. It's the Chiefs and the Packers. And this
Mm.
game on Sunday is going to be a good test for us and that Packers team, because if we do go for a deep playoff run and if we do make it to the Super Bowl, there is a good chance that the team on the other side could be the Packers.
It's very
I think
true.
the
And-
defense. I think the defense needs to be outstanding for this game, and the offense
Especially
just
the
needs to not turn
secondary.
over the ball. Just needs to not turn over the ball. As long as they can turn over the ball, I think the offense can get it done. Because the Packers have a good defense, but it's not top
Their-
tier.
Their pass defense is good. Their run defense is
Run defense.
atrocious.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Atrocious. It's time for Jonathan Taylor's show and Naheem Hines' show. That's what I'm talking about.
I want to see more. I want to see more cartwheel back
Yes,
twists.
sir. I
Yes,
want
sir.
more cartwheels.
More
I want more
gymnastics
flips.
in them.
yes.
I want 3 more. 3. I want 3 from him this week. But yeah, Marcus. I think you could have gone hotter, man. No, I'm just.
Hotter?
I'm
Oh my
just-
God!
no, I'm
Even
just
hotter?
kidding.
What do you want?
Out of
You're
here.
pushing the
All right,
limits
guys,
of reality.
hottest take of the year right here. Jets are going to win the Super Bowl.
Is that even mathematically possible right now?
The
Technically-
Indiana Pacers will become an NFL team. They will sign. They will
They
sign
will
40 more
merge
players
mid-season.
and make it to the Super Bowl.
Merge
Oh, yeah.
mid-season and win the Super Bowl.
Yes.
All right, yeah, but Marcus, I like that take, man. I like that take, and it's not just because I'm a Colts fan. I do think the Colts are being slept on, and I think if we can continue to win in these tough games as the season progresses, these next 2 weeks will be big. Green
Yes.
Bay, Titans again, and then
They already,
we've got a break because we've got 2 Houston games. Houston, they trying. They're trying.
we already,
For,
we
for
already.
we're gonna
Marcus's,
sleep
for
on them.
I think for Marcus's hot take to become true, we see these people. We see the Colts go 3 and instead of 2-2, like I said last week, even though we weren't recording. I think they need to go 3-1 for Marcus's take to be reasonable.
So you guys,
Yeah.
for those of you, well, I guess it'd be everybody because nobody saw last week's because we didn't record. We're talking about this 4-game stretch that the Colts have. It's a pretty decent gauntlet where we had Titans,
Titans,
Ravens, Titans,
Packers, Titans.
Green Bay, and then Titans again. Of these 4 games, if Colts win 3,
Right now it's 1-1. We need to win
Yeah.
the next 2. And it'll be big, it'll be big to just win. We got to grow the separation between the Colts and the Titans for that division so we can secure a playoff spot, especially with the AFC being so stacked. Those wild cards are going to be it's going to be a cage match.
they're
Yeah, I
all
feel
6 and 3s right now. They're all 6
I feel
and
like
3s
this
right
week
now.
is a must win, even more so over the Titans win or the Titans game, because we beat them at home, absolutely destroyed them at home. And so they're coming to us on a full week instead of us going to them on a short week. I feel like they're going to be prepared. They're going to have some fire because they very possibly will go on a 4-game losing streak, and they're going to come in with some fire. So I feel like this week more than anything is a must win just to keep the
Momentum.
Titans and keep momentum and the Titans and the Colts on an even playing field.
Very true. Augustino, I've been waiting all day for this take.
So I had a slightly different version of this take, but since Marcus decided to go with a hotter version of his take, I'll drop my hotter version of my take.
Yes.
Nobody in the NFC East will make it to 5 wins.
Oh,
Oh
my!
my goodness.
Is that even possible? Wait,
Yes,
it is.
and it is, in my opinion, likely. I will sit right here. I will sit right here, and you guys can choose my punishment. I will declare nobody makes it to 7, and y'all can choose my punishment if someone makes it to 7.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Someone in the
Pay for
NFC
real.
makes it to, and viewers, if y'all have something, put it in the comments to something y'all want me to do. I got y'all.
All
But
right,
let me
I
tell
want to
you,
hear
I don't
this
have that.
explanation.
So
I want to see Augustino
start-
do the polar bear plunge.
Ooh.
let me add this real quick. Don't freaking kill me, guys. Okay, like I would like to live.
You ever
I am
thought
trying to
about
play. I am
skydiving?
trying to play baseball in college. Like keep
Skydiving.
Polar bear
me
plunge.
keep me safe. Keep me safe.
Something, yeah, polar bear plunge. Something crazy,
Grand
but still
Canyon
safe.
plunge.
Still safe. Still
Okay,
safe.
so let's start with the Eagles, right? 3-5. So for my take to be true, they can only win one game. Now they just lost to the Giants. Okay, I believe they're going to lose to the Browns.
That's fair.
I believe they're going to lose to the Seahawks.
It's also fair.
They're going to lose to the Packers. They're going to lose to the Saints. They're going to lose to the Cardinals. So we're left down to 2 more games. They only have 2 more games to get at least to get. They need to win these next 2 games. They cannot drop either of these games to reach 5. And they're against the Cowboys in their division, and against the Washington football team. I think they're only going to win against the Washington football. Okay.
No, the Cowboys. Clearly, it's obviously the Cowboys. Alex.
I
Smith
wanted to
is
say the
MVP.
Cowboys, but Andy Dalton's back, and I don't know. We'll see how that
I
goes.
don't know. The Red Devil himself hasn't been solid to say the least.
The thing is, them winning after that loss to the Giants, them winning both of those games is very unlikely to me.
That's
Next
fair.
up, we got the Giants schedules. They are currently, oh shoot, I got my things mixed up. Let me check really quickly, make sure I don't say the wrong thing. Yeah, they are currently also at 3 wins, so they can only win 1 game. I think that 1 win is going to come for them against the Bengals. And then they're going to lose to the Seahawks, they're going to lose to the Cardinals, they're going to lose to the Browns, they're going to lose to the Ravens, and I think the Cowboys are going to edge them out. If they lose to the Bengals this weekend, I'm in even better sitting even prettier for this take.
Yeah.
Next, we got the Cowboys. First up, they got the the football team. I think they're going to beat them. Then they got the Ravens, they're going to lose. They got the Bengals. I have the Cowboys choking against the Bengals. I don't know why. I just have a feeling that's going to be the
I
type of
feel
game
like the
where
Bengals
Cowboys
are better
like,
than their record says as well.
that's also true. And I feel like they're going to come in here thinking, we got this in the bag. Don't worry about it. And they're going to choke.
Colts.
Whoa.
We didn't
Cowboys-
choke though. It's fine.
Cowboys are going to lose to the 49ers. I have them currently losing against the Eagles, in my opinion, because I think the Eagles are going to lose to Washington. And so I have the the Cowboys losing against the Eagles, and then the Cowboys beating the Giants, given that the Giants beat the Bengals. That's that spot. The Cowboys and Giants are the ones that makes it a little bit more difficult for this take at nobody getting to 5. Realistically, and what I was gonna do when I was debating whether I want to make it hotter or not, I was gonna say nobody gets to 6 wins. I'm fairly confident no one's gonna get to 6 wins in there. I promise you, nobody's getting to 7. And then for last, we have the football team. Which who did they play again this week? Forgot.
The Lions. They lost to the Lions. But I don't
Right, they
know who
lost
they're
to the
playing
Lion.
next week or this coming week.
This coming week, they've got against the Bengals, which is this team that keeps coming up again.
Everyone's playing the
keeps coming up.
Bengals.
Everybody's playing the Bengals, and honestly, the Bengals are going to be a really good test for this take, just to see how they do. So I don't think they're going to. They might beat the Bengals, but I don't think they're going to do it. I think they're going to lose to the Cowboys. They're definitely losing to the Steelers. Definitely losing to the 49ers. Definitely losing to the Seahawks. Definitely losing to the Panthers. And I have them upsetting the Eagles.
So
Washington has 2 wins only right now.
So who wins
so
the
they
division?
are capable. They're capable of getting 2 wins during this time and still not reaching the 5.
Who wins the division?
Who wins the division? I actually can't tell you right now because it would come down
Would
to
it be the
heads to
Eagles?
heads, and I think it would end up being
Or the Giants?
the Eagles off of head to head
Probably.
right now. But in my take, I think I don't know. It gets complicated.
Yeah.
There's also a possibility for a 3-way tie.
Technically, the Eagles do have a tie as one of their games. So if it
Yes.
comes down to that, they will technically get the. Who would have thought that would give them the playoff spot? That's depressing.
But yeah,
But-
looking at the current playoff picture, if the season were to end, we have Green Bay 7-2, New Orleans Saints 7-2, Arizona Cardinals 6-3, and Eagles 3-5-1. It's so bad. It's so
painful.
bad.
It's painful. The games
so
are
bad.
entertaining because they're so bad. That's how bad the games are. Is they're
Followed up by
entertaining.
the Bucks, the Eagles. If they were in any other division, they would not even be in the hunt. They wouldn't even be considered in the hunt for a wild card spot.
Yeah. It's not even okay. It's not okay.
And again, I'm gonna just apologize for this entire segment. I'm sorry for any fans of the NFC East, but
You chose
you guys
the
are
wrong.
depressing
for
this
you, man.
year. You guys,
You're
I'm
in a
sorry,
hard-
but you guys are depressing this year. Like I know, like okay, I'm pushing the hot take with none of you guys is getting to 5 wins, but like I said, I promise you, none of you guys are getting to 7. Put it in the comments what you want me to do if somebody reaches 7.
Okay, so can we wrap it up because I have to eat soon?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay.
So we're almost done here. I have no idea where Tony went. That's okay.
I mean, Tony's right there.
Yeah, Tony, your forehead looking nice today, homie.
Whoa.
But to wrap it up real quick, the Nets will not go even 500. They will have less than 42 wins, even if they get James Harden.
Oh. Why? Why is that?
Here's why.
Okay.
I have no idea what they're calling that coaching staff because it's not a staff. I don't know who thought Amari Stoudemire, Steve Nash, and Steve Van Gundy was a good idea to coach a professional basketball team. But that's not. We already have drama between Steve and the players. It's Gundy. He's always got something. He's big ego boy. He thinks he's all that. Amari Stoudemire, really? That's the best you could do, Nets. On top of that, Kyrie is the biggest virus and toxic person in the NBA. I don't care.
Handle's so clean though.
I don't care. That's nice. Congratulations. How about being a teammate for once? It took
But the
LeBron
handles.
James, the ultimate teammate,
But the handles.
Augustino,
I said the same thing about the Celtics when they got Kyrie. So
and it was true.
yeah.
And it was true. I don't think KD's still ring chasing. Poor guy. He doesn't know how to prove people wrong. He's just not. He's crazy. KD's crazy. Him and his like 7-foot long feet. And then James Harden has clearly been the issue in Houston all along. That's a conversation for another day. I just think that's too much clashing. You know, it's not gonna click. There's no clicking.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be like this.
It's great individuals that don't know how to mesh.
It's like
And so
the
you're
Rockets
gonna
this year, except on an
Yeah.
even larger
So you're
scale.
gonna have what you call it? It's like to put it in perspective, if for some people, I don't know, maybe we have people that aren't big fans of basketball or sports in this style. What I feel is gonna be like is you have guys that are putting up, let's say, 25 points per game on different teams, and then you bring them together, all 5 of them, to one team, and you expect it to be 25 times 5 and get 125 points per game.
That's not how.
But what you
that's not
don't
how it works.
realize, but what you don't realize is that when someone gets 25 points, they're taking points away from someone else.
Right.
Because it's a possession when you score, no one else scored on that possession.
Who's going to be
And-
passing the ball of those 3?
Exactly.
Not
And
Kyrie.
these players,
Not Harden.
At least they
And
don't
these
have Russell
players-
Westbrook.
yeah, and
Oh
these
my
players aren't players that are going to be okay with giving up points to the other players.
Correct.
So
Mundo.
Yeah, we'll see how those Eagles clash.
Yep.
That's a really good point.
That's
Yeah.
that's my thought. I think that the best players on that team will not be any of those people. I don't think Harden will end up on the Nets. If he does, it'll only make things worse. Just another ego and another ball hog. They don't need that. That's not going to help them. I don't care how many step back threes he can throw up in a game.
You also
Good
got to
for-
think about how much you're gonna give for him.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's gonna take a big
Because
chunk.
the Rockets were like, bro, if you're not going to give us like KD or Kyrie, we're not giving you Harden, which would completely defeat the point of trading for
That's
Harden
all.
to begin with.
I saw a report that basically said the Nets were trying to give everything, literally everything, except Harden and
Yeah.
I mean not Harden, Kyrie and KD.
Yeah, but
Which
Oh.
the Rockets are like, nah.
Oh no.
No.
I'm thinking about that. It's just making me cringe, man. Oh my
would
god.
you switch Kyrie for Harden?
Yes.
Yes, I think Harden's a better teammate than Kyrie, and I don't like saying that he's a teammate at all. Because Chris Paul is not one to be dramatic, and when I saw the way he was in Houston, bro, I knew something was up. So
Kyrie's he's like the Kanye West of basketball, but he's not as much of a legend as Kanye West.
no, he hasn't been good enough to
Yeah.
beat Kanye.
The handle's so clean though. All right, real quick before we go, I want to ask y'all hottest take of the hottest takes. Let's rank them hottest to coldest
Okay, all
for
right.
this week.
Well, let's think. We got Ian with the Mets, Tony with Cam. I think Tony's on the bottom
Yeah,
automatically.
I agree. Tony coldest take for me.
Coldest. Tony's coldest. I probably give myself second coldest. I don't know. Maybe Ian. I think Ian's had a lot of realism to it.
I think Ian's, in my opinion, is second coldest because of the 4-year time period he gave.
If you
he
said
gave
next
the
year,
Mets. If you would have said next year, hottest take of the evening. He gives him 2 years, 3 years. It definitely get if he gives him 2 years, which is what I would say for a hotter take, is which call it a little bit more unrealistic but still doable. 4 years is something that I honestly expected from the Mets.
So Ian's second coldest, and then I'll go maybe you third. You or me are pretty interchangeable. We're both. It's realistic.
I mean, I'd say that you would be third, and then
Augo would be
Marcus
second.
is top. Yeah.
Marcus is
Yeah,
definitely
Marcus
top.
definitely got the hottest.
Marcus,
winning the
congratulations
Super
on hottest
Bowl.
take of the day.
No, I can't make it too much of a gap, so I gotta
You came
gotta
in
be
with a
careful.
fire.
I gotta
Oh
be
my
careful.
We gotta
Oh,
keep
about to
track
lose.
of who wins. We gotta keep track of who wins.
Yeah,
So Marcus got the first win.
Marcus has
Marcus
the first
has the first
and
win.
we'll keep track of who has the most coldest. So Tony
Yeah.
has one cold and Marcus has one hot. So big bet.
Gotta give trophies. You know, we gotta give something like
we
these.
will give. We'll talk about more on the details.
Yeah, Tony's,
Yes, sir.
Tony's got to sign the L. All right.
all right.
Well,
Yeah.
it's been fun. We will
It's
be
been good.
back as soon as possible. Hopefully with a guest. We do have some people in mind to
Yes.
hope that we hope to get to talk
Yes, sir.
some funny stuff, some entertaining characters that we have
No spoilers.
planned. No spoilers. No spoilers. It doesn't even matter. Y'all wouldn't know anyways. Y'all aren't. What y'all want? Like, ooh, it's blah blah blah. You don't know who that is. You don't even know who we are.
We don't got that kind of clout. Don't worry.
No, we don't know. And the answer, wait, it's totally not Randy Moss. Totally not Randy Moss.
That's-
Hamak.
Definitely not.
Don't even tease them like that. we don't have that kind of pull yet.
Oh, I wish
Maybe
we
one
did.
day. Maybe one day. Maybe one day we'll be sitting. We'll pull up this clip when
That would
Randy
be-
Moss comes in to be interviewed.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's
Mario
been.
Chalmers, bro.
Oh yeah, Mark
Come on,
Bro,
guys.
the goat.
Mario
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 Chalmers,
Chalmers.
Hit us up.
best player in
Yes.
of all time.
best player of all time, Mario
Yes,
Chalmers.
please.
All right, well, this has been TBD Sports. Hope y'all enjoyed. We hope to continue to get that content out to y'all, and hope y'all enjoyed listening to us talk about random stuff, because we like talking about random stuff and it's fun. So have a good night, enjoy y'all's days, and we will see you next week.